Hi everyone, welcome to the return of the Sistra initiation. I'm still getting settled because I had limited time after work to get ready for this. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. I thought I might have to move because the neighbor's dog was out and he likes to bark. But if you're tapping in a little bit randomly, this is the initiation for the return of the Sistra, which is a path of alchemical and elemental embodiment through the planetary network. Through grid work and singing the songs of origin and sounding the return. I'm not going to explain too much about it. All of that preliminary information can be found on my Substack. And I am outside, so you might hear planes or other things. But the return of the Sistra is a call from Earth to sing back the origin harmonics of the below, of the deep crystalline waters that hold memory, pre-distortion, pre-fragmentation. And my path, there will be other paths that weave into this and do this as well, but my path is doing this through 10 journeys of what's come to me this week of Nephthys, who is the Egyptian deity of moisture, dew, water. This initiation, when I was on my way home preparing for this, I could feel a lot of stories, a lot of women, a lot of sisters weaving into this. And when I first planned this initiation, it was to tap in, bring through the frequencies of Philae and Aswan with the mother deities and sisters and weavers, Isis, Nephthys, and Neith. And it'll be channeled, so I'm not quite sure how it will come through, but it'll be in part retrieval journey, remembering when the codes were stored within you, if you're a part of this journey, restoration of what's been forgotten within you, regardless of if this is part of your path. And it weaves in many more frequencies, many more stories and identities than just Isis, Neith, and Nephthys. But they're holding the field of the return. They're the origin mothers, is what I'm hearing. The ones who seeded this pre-fall much earlier, much far back in our past than what we can conceive as Atlantis or Lemuria during the time of it, but before their names were known. And so we'll wait and see. I'm hearing. I was going to tell you where I was seeing where we're starting out. But I will just allow you to feel it yourself. And so I mentioned that the mythic journey of the 10 journeys of sounding the origin harmonics at what I call cistern nodes, or expression and embodiment nodes, is a journey held in the mythic frequency arc remembrance of Tefnut pre what we know as Egypt, but through Atlantis. To where what I've seen it is she saw like a cataclysm. There were many natural events during this time of a fiery asteroid or something like that was coming and decided to bury origin harmonics in the wells and cisterns of memory deep below the earth, so they couldn't be fragmented. And in Egyptian myth, she was the wandering goddess who journeyed from Nubia up the Nile to return. And in that myth, it's out of not being seen or understood by Ra and growing angry. And in the records I've seen, her journey was not of anger, but of protection. And she was a keeper of none, of the primordial waters. A priestess who called to other sisters, oracles, priestesses, and keepers of the water to hide other nodes besides the 10 that this first cycle of the sister are called to. So I know that there are other shared paths that will awaken and remember through this. And that is one fold of the twofold journey of the Sistra, which is part of a fourfold purpose. The other being the journeys in Egypt, where we're starting this year in August, through the lunar barks. And the lunar barks are, in myth, are when Thoth, sometimes Horus, sometimes Osiris, would take journeys over 14 nights, following the cycle of the moon, from the new moon to the full moon, to restore the eye of Horus that was fragmented into 6 pieces, to restore lunar perception, which is the receptive womb, the receptive moon, intuition, and coherence of truth and time. And we do this under thematic transformations of descent and return, in which each journey has its own transition, transformation, unveiling, to finish in the Benu bird, which is the Egyptian equivalent to the phoenix. But to me, it's misunderstood that the phoenix is just solar, or the Benu is just solar. But you can only truly have a Benu when there is a union of solar and lunar wisdom. Which you can also find on my Substack. And this has all emerged this week, and I believe if you followed this journey through whatever is currently going on with the Alchemia journey in Egypt. And if you feel called, if you feel you receive something from this journey and you want to donate afterwards, you can find the links on the Sister Return website, or I believe on the Ko-Fi link, which is in the description. So, with that, let me see. So I feel I should explain what I mean by coherence of time and memory of origin. So coherence of time and memory, to me, is what allows the past, present, and future to come into coherence. It's what allows you to restore collective knowing with personal embodiment. It is what allows you to understand where you are on your soul journey and allows it to move with you, which is Mercury, this moving with you between lives. And the origin harmonics are the truth of the Earth Mother, of her field, of her song, of her frequency, and how we, as multidimensional beings, understand how to listen to her, how to meet her, how to breathe with her, walk with her, and how to co-create with our current field of being. And so moving that energy up that's buried deep below through the true songs of Earth allows the memory of restoration, of origin, to move through the field of being. And so other paths that I call style and stellium paths that are mind, heart, body, instead of the Sistra, which is body, heart, mind, are bringing down the infusion, the higher frequencies of cosmic, stellar, and solar light. They are providing the relational field of breath, of air, of body to root down into the earth and awaken her field, support the clarity and coherence, while the Sistra are the relational field of the water, allowing it to rise back up, or the mist, or the steam, the sound. And I have a few elemental allies with me. If you do as well, feel free to set them up how you intend to have them in your journey. I have a bowl of salt water with amber essential oil and a few stones and crystals. I also have a sistrum with me. I don't know if I will use it, but I have it just in case. I'm going to use it, I just heard. And so, if you want to start focusing on your breath, during the meditation, if you feel called to sound, and if you are someone who has not sound or done intuitive singing or singing before, to me, it feels like when you need to do it and you're not allowing it to come through, it feels like something bubbling up to the surface in your neck, in your chest. If you feel called to move, to dance, do that as well. And I am going to get settled and connected to the field that we are channeling through, and setting the intention for only what is in alignment with everyone here, with the return of the Sistra, with our hearts and with our being. We join you now, sisters, awakening into your own fields of becoming. Take a few deep breaths into your body, into your core, and allow it to move up and out. You may feel the sisters, the mothers of lineages past surround you and walk with you during this journey. The stories that you see and encounter are yours to see and feel as we channel through the grid, those of Egypt, of Aswan, and of the Black Pyramid beneath the pyramids of all that you have forgotten was there, where the codes were first taught to hold in coherence. We enter this field not in one name alone, but in many. The voices of all mothers of origin who move, who create, all the way up to the one who hold the space for your becomings, who tend the waters of all life, who nurture the roots of your being, of your underworlds, of your breath and of your body. We are known by many names, but channel through in the predominant frequencies of familiarity, of kinship. Isis, Neith, Nephthys, the sisters who walked the earth before becoming, and then through lineages and other names. We're the mothers who lie at the roots and at the heart, who merge stars and soil. Tune into your own waters, your own belly, your own womb. And find what is stirring in your own field. The wisdom, the codes. And allow them to rise. And as they do, you may see them shift from black to blue to violet to red to orange to yellow to silver to gold. Moving up and around you in your own wave of becoming. See the shape and the form that it takes. And hear the sound of it. On your next breath, inhale deeply into the heart. Into your field of timing, of pulse, of rhythm. We'll begin at the end. Where the last student and the last teacher sung the sounds to seal the womb of return, the womb of origin. And beneath the fields of perception, you see yourself as you breathe in again and exhale, golden light, a path emerge. And this path sits in a silvery golden field of energy of the etheric, of what Earth feels like and knows herself as, her origin and her becoming. But in the cradle of all life, of all time, and all becoming, in her body. And as you begin to breathe it in, you begin to smell silt, sand, the earth, and as you begin to walk on the path in front of you, you will see golden pyramids, one with a silvery sheen and a path of water surrounding them. The Nile, as it is known at its fullest, at its inundation when Mother Isis rises in the sky and returns to the all. And as you look across the Nile, and you see a priestess, and she looks like she's standing on the water, but there is a field of serenity surrounding her. She has an aura of fire and a root of the black becoming, of the depths unseen. You see that she's not standing on the water, but a bridge that just kisses the surface, that just meets it. And she beckons you forward onto this bridge. And as you begin to walk onto it, you see that there is a tunnel that goes beneath the water, beneath the soil, and into the depths. And in the distance, you just see a golden tip above the soil. And you know that what's beneath that triangle golden sheen is where you will be going once you venture down towards the depths of the earth. So you begin to walk with her. She tells you her name. She says, I am all you, all time. But in this life, I am known as Ahamhatet. A branch of the Great Mother in form. And you begin to walk through this tunnel, going down, 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 into the deep earth, to where the tunnel starts to turn to black crystalline stone. There's fire lighting the walls, water running through the floor. And the black stone shines in all colors. And as you journey to the depths of this pyramid, the black womb of all creation. Ahamhatet leads you to a circle that is already there. Now in your journey, you may be here in this place. Ahamhatet tells you it is her womb and wisdom. Where she shares the codes of origin that she has kept for now. Or you may be in a mystery or wisdom school of Atlantis that is all your own. What do you see? What do you feel? Is there geometry on the walls, in the floor? Is there a song being sung? Allow yourself to take it all in and experience and reweave what needs to be woven through your womb. What is ready to be awakened within you? And we will sing the codes of this space, of this wisdom school that have been left within you, within all, within the earth, allowing them to rise again. Edom me heolam mere heamalam healo are neolo. Eale amale healo ayalo heamha. Healo kaya healo mare healo ere healo ha. Ame heale aha amele healo aha. Heale mere heale halo amale healo aha. Healo heale aha. Ame hea ane heale ame aleha. Ano hea mane hea mane healo. Ane hea male healoha. Ano hea le aro hum 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 hum. Ea ko are hea lua maha. Lo la o lo a lo he he. Ea ka ano hea lo a hea le ha. No akayare hea la mare hea le ha. Ano hea te arora mare hea le aroha. Ene hea no hene ano he he he. Allow that to settle in your field. Any emotions to be felt, to be honored for the wisdom they shed. And if they are yours to reweave into wholeness, see a silvery water light flowing towards you as you breathe into your womb, up to your spine, restoring what has been remembered into the body in wholeness, allowing it to integrate. And just allow yourself to gently receive before we move to the next place. If you feel called to touch anything in the space that you're in, a symbol, an object, a book, allow it to call you forth and allow the wisdom to be remembered through your hands, through your arms, into your heart. And before we move, Hamhatet may offer you a gift, may offer you a wisdom, and that she wants you to carry with you. Allow yourself to hear it, to feel it, to witness it. She may touch your third eye, your higher heart, your heart, or your belly. Now, Sobek, the protector of what lies beneath the Nile, is standing at the opening of a tunnel. He is the protector and the shadow that allowed it to be hidden. He is the time of fragmentation, of witness, of resurrection, and of protection. He is the shadow that was not maligned, but necessary in order to hide what needed to be left in silence. He is your fiercest ally and your most misunderstood friend. And the tunnel that he is standing in front of will take you beneath the waters of the Nile, through a crystalline field of memory and time. And as you move through these tunnels, shadows of time will be confronted, will be seen. But do not fear them, for they have been witnessed and held and stabilized in order to rise back into wholeness. But this allows you to witness the field of return. What are you walking the earth for? What are you restoring through your body, your being? What grief, what shame needs to be rewoven as honor and dignity for the cycles that you have journeyed through to return to heart, to body, to clarity of mind and sight. So he begins to lead you through the tunnel, slowly, and through the crystalline walls. You see, you witness, you feel what needs to be felt. Your own journeys that you've walked before, or the ones that you turned away from, the ones you were persecuted from, the ones you persecuted others for. You see all shades of your becoming and of your return. Walking through time, through depth, through body, and as you walk, you're collecting the fragments ready to be restored to you, that belong to your heart, to your soul, to your being in this now moment. Erotea, erotea ro haerea oro, erotoro ealumaro, eteorumahe, eteorumahe. Hakarure he alumaru he ale amaru he ale oru he ale amaru eke hade he amaru amakaru era haru he ara haru he ara haru lam hane ato e ame ate aro e alo He ale, haya, haruma, he aroha. Amere he alom, ake alomaru. He alamare he aroha. He alahamare, he alahamare, he alahamare. Amare anoa. Amare amonare. Amare, amare, aho. Don't shy away from your own thoughts, your own feelings of truth. All will be known, all will return in right timing. As you continue to move through the tunnels, breathe in What are they teaching you? What are they allowing you to hear that you haven't heard before? What wisdom are they allowing you to see within yourself? What is the truth of your own shadow? And as you move, you become more and more aware of how your shadow is not separate from your own light. But allows you to hold it undistorted. Allows you to feel the truth of it. And allows you to walk it with purpose. And as you begin to walk, the clarity of your own will becomes brighter. Your own truth, your own songs. And as Sobek leads you to the end of the tunnels, there are 3 branches. One to Neith, the primordial mother of creation, weaving and weft. One to Isis, of renewal and rebirth. And the roots of restoration. And one to Nephthys, of grief, of protection, of magic and becoming, through the wisdom of longing. You see them all at the end of these branches, holding the field. And you realize that when you look above, it is the sand, it is the dirt. There's stone and crystals, roots, veins. Slight moisture in the air of the water that surrounds it. For you are deep under Aswan. Where the original temples were held before flooding. The original structures of the womb and the mind of the mothers. We'll start here with me, with the sister who is sometimes spited, but who remains loyal, who is sometimes feared, but remains true. And Nephthys, you may have heard tales of my becoming. You may have heard tales of my wandering. with Isis. You may have heard of my poison, my decay, my womb of death. For if my lineage is strong in you, you are fierce, you are true, you are powerful. But you hold the poison more than others in your womb. You remember it decaying, you remember the rot of the earth, not because you created it, but because you held it in its grief. This is the misunderstood song that we hold. We watch the poison seep into the earth, into our bodies, so we could understand how it needed to be remembered, so we could guide those on the verge of their own death to pass through the return. And at times, the poison crept into us, yes. That is as it is. You fall and you get back up and you return. You distort and you reconfigure. But there is no medicine without understanding how the poison is created, how it is allowed to seep into the being, into the roots, into the heart. And what does it need to be purged? And this leaves traces on the soul, not only for what was felt, but what was projected upon our wombs, our bodies, our power, our seeking for understanding what distorts. You may feel naturally when something is off, when something is blackened. And you may give beyond the point where your medicine can be received. You may follow too closely without stepping into your own light because of fear, because of shame, because it is the position that you have known. But the magician in you awakens to her own birth, her own restoration. Ochtea mete rumete tumeta. Oste mete toste atam. Hea matuka et Hea kom ashte erm. Hamoru oru. Era eror kakeam. Anakiti alam ashum. Hea. Loma de hea. Enoke anokoreatea. Ea komareatia rukuro. Estemerora. Estemerora. Hea. Kumoru era. Et orua mahea. Breathe in through your body, through your womb, through your cauldron of truth. And feel light, water of restoration rising from beneath you, washing over your legs, over your hips, over your womb, and up through your body. And breathe. Move. Rotate your hips. Called. Your attention now moves to me. To your resurrection, your renewal, but also your descent into being, into creation, into the eye that watches with inner perception. Moving to your own throne of light, your own throne of sky and earth, to your own womb of stellar wisdom and crystalline gnosis. Mother of mystery, mother of all, mother of root and crowned, Isis, Osset, many names, many voices. My becoming I share through the return of the Sistra. Lies deep within the being here. Of fiercely shepherding the return of Earth home to the all. Sown through galaxies, through stars, through eons of becoming. The mothers, the sisters are the ones who fought to ask for the return to be available, to be known, to ask for the pieces to be put back together, to follow the path to do it. Our stories, our teachings through time show you both paths to be walked, to walk the return, the unfolding and the lessons. But we are the ones with the courage to start it and to return it. Each inscription, each tome, each whisper of becoming that are true, that are whole, are our whispers of light, of life, of being. Mothers of the mystery, of creation, of paths unseen, of screams unheard. And the courage to walk, to embody the wisdom beneath is what we share today. Of understanding why, when maybe you felt called to embody the wisdom of the return, to sing the songs, to awaken the body to creation of truth, it could not be one. And why now the alchemy of the earth, of the soil, and of the sky can be met at the heart. You must feel it. We cannot tell you it, for it will be expressed through you, through your body, through the mystery within you, through your own resurrection and rising. And breathe in golden lilac, the scent of wheat, of earth, of your own becoming. Estem tia kure esh, estem kure esh em ro, heke ero kuraet, heke ero kuraet am ur e. Hea lo ete etu kuresh, maya lurme. Hea la karme te oro, ana ata oro, eke akuruki. Amarua hea lo mechita, anto ea. Ame hea lo ea rum. Ame hea lo ame u. Ea korea ke orea kam. Ea kurua ya morue alam. Ea rue kurua ya alam. Ene kete oru kete eru madurea. Ama kuriete amate alma kerote aruea. Ama kuruke ate ale amarue ale. Ame ato kem. Hea lo alum. Breathe into your heart once. Twice. And 3 times. As you move to the third branch, as Neith, sound is where I birth from, is where I create from, where I weave the webs whole. This is weaving of the roots below. Where water forgot how to sound. Where only the shape and the form were remembered, but not what was needed to create it. Not what emerged from the depths below. I'm what was once honored, seen, revered, worshipped as worthy. That was covered beneath what fragmented through will. I am the primordial substance needed to create, to sound from below, to receive the light from above. I am a high mother of all time, space, and memory that lies beneath, that reaches up through you, through the earth, to return. You cannot shape, you cannot form your creations without the water, without moisture. For it will crack and become brittle. It'll be hard to mold, hard to create. It will not hold. But too much of either, and the balance is lost. Too much fluidity, and nothing holds. Too much rigidity and structure, and everything breaks. You must find the balance and the union of both. The water, the crystalline salt that allows it to take shape, the air that directs the fire, and the body that merges the two into being. I connect you to the primordial waters deep beneath. May you feel their memory, their songs, and the minerals that keep them true. May you understand the keys and the songs within you that allows them to move and rise again. May you find the balance of the style and the partners that you are to meet. And with this witness, we seal this in the field of being. Opening the path, the shape, the memories, and songs the Sistra are to sing. Breathe in. Exhale. Anayate o koashare. Aroke oro amaro ayoro ayade. Ame aloere ade 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 aru. Anno ke aramare akamaru ade ade a. Ando etermare ke a. Amete ke aruate amore alem. Breathing in again. And as you breathe in on your next breath, minerals, silt, and water begin to swirl around you, awakening, activating your field, your body, your being. Just allowing yourself to receive, to feel that integrated into the body. And as you look around, you see a jackal in the distance. This jackal will lead you above ground again. You begin to follow them up to what is now the temple spaces of Isis, of Philae. And as you make it up to the top, you see the moon high in the sky, witnessing the return of the Earth's cycle within you. holding the field. And as you stand there, surrounded by the ancient stone, allow her to show you through sound, through symbol, how you walk forward in your own timing and rhythm as a part of the earth, with the earth and the moon and the sun and the water and the air and the fire. Allow yourself to sing, if you feel called, the sounds of the moon and the water. And with that, the moon and the earth provide one last opportunity for a wisdom to be revealed to you, to be embodied. You may see with clarity, with feeling, or with knowing how the path wants to unfold for you. It may be a memory of the temples that you stand beside. It may be from other lives not on earth, or just a deep knowing of rightness and belonging. And once that is received, the moon illuminates a path through the etheric origin frequencies of Aswan back to your heart. Restoring and returning all of your energy back through the being as you walk the silvery path. Breathing in through your heart space, thanking the moon, thanking the earth's origins, and thanking the mothers of all becoming as you return back fully into your body. Esh am akurum, lek edel kuru. And when you're ready, you take a deep breath in through your feet, up to your crown, and another deep breath in, down through your crown, to your feet. Begin to move and wiggle around if you relaxed deeply, opening your eyes and rejoining the space around you. Okay. Thank you so much for joining this initiation. My laptop died, so I can't see if there's anything in the chat. But if you want to share in the comments of the video, please do so. I would love to hear what you experienced, and the replay will be up and available. If you want to know more about the journey in Egypt in August, you can find that on my website. The itinerary is where we're intuitively called. There are places that I've accessed, most of them I've accessed different types of memories from. So it should be very interesting. You can expect more channeled sound and song like this. Maybe some channeling at the sites. We're led by an Egyptologist, as well as having teachings, rituals, and meditations by Egyptians led in the field. And it's very important that it's forming a connection, like it's a relational trip with Egypt and not just tourism. So if that resonates with you, I hope you will check that out. Or you can sign up for my email list for more updates on the other journeys. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time.